What's going on, everybody? I wanted to give you a little update because it's Friday, bitches, and I ain't got a whole lot going on. Hold on, let me turn off Savage.
Chemicals that are thrown at the children.
So check this shit out. Here's a good one for you. eBay is dropping PayPal. I'm all about dropping PayPal. I have heard so many fucking stories about PayPal fucking with people. I recently I do a little bit of eBay selling and stuff like that. And I recently sold some lamps for like, I don't know, $600 or whatever it was. I had two of these really nice lamps. But anyway, the guy who bought them, he lived about 5 or 10 minutes away from me. So as soon as he bought them on eBay, he got in touch with me and he said, hey, if you don't mind, I'd like to just meet you somewhere and pick them up, because I had them, on my eBay. I could ship them, or I could, you could pick them up. And if you pick them up, you avoid the $100 that was going to cost me to ship it to you. So he got in touch with me and he was like, hey man, he goes, I live right here around the corner if you want to meet up. And he'd already made his payment and everything. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Because I was going to, in that case, I would have just, got rid of the whole eBay thing to begin with and just had him pay me when I met him. But he'd already made his payment, which is fine. So a couple of days went by and I checked my PayPal account to see what was in it, and that payment hadn't cleared yet. And I'm like, really? Because this was local pickup, right? He'd already left feedback and everything. So then a week goes by. It's still not it. It says in my PayPal account pending $600. So I'm like, what the fuck? And it said that I wouldn't receive it for up to 90 days. So that was the first time I actually called eBay. And because I never figured you'd get anywhere calling them. But actually, their customer service, I got through pretty quickly, which was surprising. And that's only the first time I've ever used it, so I can't say whether it's like that all the time or not. But anyway, I called their customer service, and they said, oh, well, okay, hold on, let us look into it, explain the situation to them. And she comes back on the phone, she goes, did you have it listed for local pickup as well? Or no, she said, oh, you didn't have it listed for local pickup. And I said, yes, I did. I'm sitting there looking at it right in front of me. And she goes, oh, okay, hold on, puts me on hold again. And she comes back on the phone, she goes, oh yeah, you're right. She goes, it was listed for local pickup. So see, they were gonna try to fuck me. And so she goes, okay, well, your funds should be available within 24 hours. And I'm like, all right, cool. And they were. But here's the thing. Like most times I would have just, whatever. I wouldn't have given a shit. I don't know. I guess I had a wild hair up my ass that day. And it was one of those things. It's where it's right, And PayPal has done this kind of bullshit to people since they started. The holding on to people's money and not letting them, have it. Not to mention all the other problems that people have had with PayPal. I know some guys that do business online with a PayPal account, and they've had trouble with, in the past. All kinds. You can do a Google search, PayPal nightmares or whatever. Or even a YouTube search here of PayPal nightmares and stuff like that. But anyway, I thought I would just jump on this story because I know it's only a couple hours old. So you heard it here first at the Detroit Record Channel. Here we go. You ready? eBay is dropping PayPal. If you're a customer, here's what you need to know. And basically they tell you, you don't really need to know anything, because basically eBay finally came up with their own payment thing that's probably 1,000 times better than PayPal. But eBay's fucked up too. I mean, they've got their stuff that they do. I remember one time I sold this is like my first introduction to eBay. I sold like $700 worth of shit. The next month they sent me a bill for like $150, which at the time I figured it out. I'm like, that's like 30%. I'm like, wait a minute. So I got to pay 30% income tax, 30% to you guys. So I get to keep, what, 40% of my money? to fucking list. I can fucking put it on Craigslist for free, you know. Obviously, you know, there's benefits to listing with eBay. You're getting an international audience or customer. But then here's the thing, then you got to ship that shit international too. So you really got to watch yourself with shipping on eBay. I usually set my stuff up where, you know, I'll have like a set cost for shipping so that I don't get fucked, because I fucked myself, you know, not looking and not investigating in it. I sold some subwoofers not too long ago, within the last 6 months, and they were fucking really heavy subwoofers, and I got fucked on the shipping because I didn't list it right, and I had to eat the shipping, you know. I had it so that the buyer paid like $60, and it went all the way out to San Diego, and the shipping came to like $118, so I had to eat it, you know. Good thing the subwoofers, I think I sold them for like $600 or something, so, but I lost, you know, 80, 90 bucks in that deal, so I don't know, you gotta be careful about it. But yeah, eBay is dropping PayPal, as everyone else should. Maybe the next updates to come. You heard it first. Detroit Wrecker, out.